Hey, this is Alan with See You on the Trail. I'm sure you've seen this logo before. We're here at Ape Eater Racing. We're going to have a quick interview with him. He's going to tell us about his race season and what his plans are in the future. So let's get on in there and start talking to him. Hey, we're here with Aaron Peters with Ape Eater Racing number 42. How you doing, Aaron?
Doing pretty good.
Let's just start out from the beginning. When did you get your first four-wheel drive vehicle?
I got my first four-wheel drive vehicle senior year of high school. My parents showed up after a football game. They had a Jeep parked in the parking lot. It's actually the Jeep YJ that I had and did a lot of modifications on, and then Dan Dubose and Blue Torch Fab built up for me. A lot of people remember that story. So it's that same Jeep I've had since high school. The cone dodging, it was really cool to me as it's somebody who was enjoying the sport to see the technicality and all of that. Went to a competition in Globe, Arizona, the very first We Rock competition. I went out there with Matt Hodges from West Texas Off-Road and my roommate at the time, Brian Gillespie, and I actually ended up getting roped into helping judge for that weekend.
Cool, so that was the first one. That's when you got the bug to actually do something.
It was a lot of fun. I was judging. I was up close and right there. You know, it was when back when Shannon Campbell had his little moon buggies and all of that. I was kind of starstruck. Still kind of starstruck.
Yeah, Shannon does do that to you. I'll agree with that. What got you into the sport? I guess you've progressed since then, and now you're driving what's behind us now. And why don't you tell us about it?
I started out, I had some friends have me or ask me to help do pit support for them for their first King of the Hammers race. The next year they asked me to co-drive with them, and so I co-drove with them for the King of the Hammers that next year, and then ended up building my own car, and I contacted Don with Sniper Fab and had commissioned this car that's behind us.
Tell us who made the chassis, what kind of power plant, drivetrain you got going on there?
It's a Sniper Fab 223 chassis. It's a full race version. It's a 6.7 liter LS, stroked LS motor, pushing pretty decent horsepower to the ground. High pinion 60 front, 14 bolt rear, spooled in the rear, ARB in the front. Pretty simple driveline with a turbo 400 and an Atlas 2-speed.
Now, you have raced this car this past season. Tell us what races you've ran.
I competed in the Dirt Riot race in Altus, Oklahoma. Next race I made was the Hot Springs race, the Ultra 4 Hot Springs race. I qualified for the King of the Hammers for that race. I was very happy with that. That was my goal when I started that race, and I successfully completed that goal.
Past, you've raced 4 or 5 races with this new car. What have you learned about racing and the strategy and the racing style and building your car?
Really, it's all about prep and the team that you have supporting you when you're racing. You've got a good team there in the pits that can help with you, that can communicate with you via the radios and tell you kind of where you're at location-wise in the race. And then also, as I said, to start with prep, it's all about prep. If your car is ready, if the car's not ready, then it doesn't matter how good the driver is. You're not going to win.
Now, you've completed your full season, your first full season of racing in Ultra 4 dirt ride and off-road endurance racing in general. What's your plan for next year, the first race you're going to go to, and then from then on out?
Next year, first race for next year is going to be King of the Hammers. As I said, I qualified for King of the Hammers in Hot Springs, so I plan on going out with a full race effort. I'm shooting for the win. Solid Axle cars won it. I don't see any reason why it can't happen again this year.
Good deal, good deal. Now, you said it always takes a good team and help with prep. There's people that help you make this car run, help you win races, help you complete races even in the off-road industry. Who would you like to thank? First off, with your pit crew. I mean, you've got a pretty solid crew that is with you at most all the races. Who are those people?
I've got Richard Strope as my crew chief. He also happens to own Off-Road Web Hosting. Robert Earl Pendarvis have been my most consistent pit crew. I've also got Paul Bramble. He's been my co-driver and also pit crew. I couldn't do it without any of those guys. Bill Parsons, JD with Affordable Transmissions has been a huge help for me. And then of course all of my sponsors: Pendarvis Manufacturing, C2G Fab, Custom Splice, 4x4 Oil. I would be in a lot of trouble without 4x4 Oil. The lubricants are very good, and the abuse we're putting on the cars is pretty rough. And if I didn't have good lubricants, I would be quite concerned about it. Don with Sniper Fab has been a great help, making little changes to the car that I've requested after a race or two.
Well, good deal. Well, Aaron, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day while you're before the prep for King of the Hammers. I know you're getting ready to tear down the car down to almost nothing and rebuild it again. So thanks for your time, Aaron, and we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Thank you.